Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at Ethereum's weekly analysis, please remember that this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, I would appreciate it if you could help spread my simple to understand analysis so that others, especially newbies or people who aren't into analysis, can make more informed decisions. And you can do that by smashing the like, smashing the like, ringing my bell, hitting subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts in the comments section. So let's dig into the news, and then we'll go to the analysis. We got a couple news items today. This one is called, I think it's from Fortune magazine or Fortune website. And they talked about the difficulty bomb that could freeze the entire Ethereum network. What the difficulty bomb is let me summarize it for you. Right here is where you can find out more about it. Let me zoom in for you. So the difficulty bomb was created by the Ethereum developers in 2016 with the merge in mind, the merge for proof of stake. So the reason it was introduced was to increase the difficulty level of puzzles required for the proof of work mining, basically to solve the and then ultimately making the mining impossible to do. This would lead what Ethereum developers call an ice age, where Ethereum's proof of work chain is forced to stop producing blocks, which validates transactions through mining and freeze. So basically, if it makes it super difficult to mine, then the miners would ultimately want to adopt the proof of stake chain. That's basically what it is. This article from the Daily Hodl. Ethereum whales abandon ship as weekend arrives in apparent move to avoid crypto calamity. And they're just talking about this was back on the 29th, so less than a week ago. But they were talking about how Ethereum wallets were selling during that weekend, and obviously they have sold for multiple weeks after that. So something to keep in mind. This story is from also from Fortune. They talked about the recent Bored Ape Yacht Club metaverse land sale, where that what do you call it? What do you call those? There was a period where tulips were for sale. Ponzi scheme. I'm not gonna knock Bored Ape Yacht Club people who want to buy ridiculous JPEGs for millions and millions of dollars or land sales in this. But anyways, everyone's got their own investment ideas. I personally wouldn't do it, but I would rather short them. Anyways, so they generate a lot of publicity. People were buying the land sale. There were a lot of it drove the Ethereum's network fees skyrocketing, and during that time, $157 million worth of ETH were permanently burned and destroyed. And some people were really pissed off about that whole launch. And now Yuga Labs has moved on to Matic. It's crypto is so fascinating, and especially the NFT markets, where people are willing to pay millions of dollars for a JPEG of a rock, or a bunch of JPEGs of apes, where street artists can do like maybe 10 times better job. Anyways, hey, to each their own. Anyways, let's get to the crypto market heat map here. It's still blood red. hasn't improved much at all. Bitcoin 36.4, make it 36.5K, down 8.21%, dominance 41.47. Ethereum 2.7K, down 6.62. Notice how Bitcoin is dropping faster than Ethereum, and Ethereum's dominance is actually holding up pretty well, 19.81. And the rest, pretty bad day for crypto. Here's the crypto market. Market cap $1.67 trillion, down 7.46. Money left the market today. Some came back yesterday and then they left. Here's Ethereum right here, still ranked number 2. You can see the 24-hour, 7-day, and 30-day all down, and the 60 days up, but the 90 days down. But compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is down all across the board. Ethereum's market cap is $331.5 billion. And here's the a weekly chart for Ethereum. Let's dive in. ETH printed. The last time I did this chart, it was this candle right here, the third candle down, and I basically mentioned that it would chop between 2,900 and something like 3,200 or something like that, and it pretty much did that. But and then now it's dropped 2 more candles below that. So Ethereum 5th bearish consecutive descending weekly candle. Not looking good. But notice the body of these candles are really small as they drop down. That means that the momentum, the selling momentum, is slowing down. So that's in a way kind of good news. Good news of the bad news, right? And its major support, it broke through the major support at 29K here, this red line, and that now becomes the resistance. And currently Ethereum's at 2.75K. And notice that it's also putting the candles are on the upper wick. It's putting lower highs. So I drew in this orange line here and marked it lower highs. So if it pops back above that lower high, the lower high highs line, that's a little bit more bullish. But so far it has not. Ethereum remains below the 3 major resistance levels at the bull market support band, this gray ribbon here, and that's around 3.07K, and this gray ribbon here, right around here, 3.07K, and then it's also below the 50-week moving average, and that is roughly around. Let me look here. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Around 3.2K, right up here. It's reddish line right here, and it's still within the descending triangle. Here's the triangle resistance. Here's the bottom support of the triangle at 2,500. Where it's at, it's as you can see, it's below the Bollinger Band basis, which is this blue line here, and that is at 3K roughly, and that's shared with the bull market support band. And the bottom of the Bollinger Band is down here, and that is roughly 2.2K. So the current candle it's in between the Bollinger basis and the bottom Bollinger Band, but it's more towards the basis line. But it's dropping, so it's dropping away from the basis line, this blue line here, and dropping towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band. But it's got quite a few support areas before it gets to the bottom of the Bollinger Band. And you get a support again at the triangle support here, It's also got the support of the trend line for the higher lows, this whitish dash line here coming up here. Notice the intersection here. And there's also the 2500 green line here. That's the support resistance. So you got 3 lines plus the lower highs dropping down into that area. So that's a big area of confluence right there. So as it drops down, it's going to hit that area. And if it breaks through that area, yep, more than likely drop to the bottom of the Bollinger Band. And then probably potentially head towards the sweet spot here of $2,000. And these price levels here, I'll go through them in a minute. These are new and repositioned. Down, as far as the volume is concerned, you can see the highest traded volume is way down here at roughly just above, it's about 1,750 right there. Here's the highest. The current volume for this price zone, it's kind of like about 2/3 of the way from the max. So not, it's all right volume as far as for the price zone. Daily volume continues to be way below the moving average here. It's tiny. As far as the indicators below, we have the white the white J line of the KDJ dropping to 24, and it remains below the blue K and the red D lines, and I gave that a bear. Notice that it's approaching the start of the lower level, which is 20, and you can see that over here it can get as low as -3. Here it got as low as -3.05. So -3, that's the low in this range here. For the white MACD line, it trended slightly down. You can see here. I'll magnify it up for you. See the white line? It dropped slightly above and then dropped right back below, just slightly below here. And it's registered at -112 and printed the third consecutive very thin bearish histogram bar. I give that a bear too. For the red RSI, the blue CVD, cumulative volume delta, and the white momentum indicator, they're all trending down slightly. The red RSI is at 44, and that's a bear. 44 is just below the middle mark of 50. The aqua or the blue CVD line here, it's trending down slightly, but it's near the top of the range. Here's the top, and that's registered at 17, and you can see the top here registered at 17.66 million, and the top here is roughly 19.8 million. So it's in the top region, but not at the top. The MOM momentum indicator here, you can see that it's dropping down, and that's at 128, and I gave that a bear. But as far as the range of the momentum indicator, it's probably in the middle, I would say. Here's the bottom of the MOM can get to -2,000 around 2,082, and it's at 128, so it's right about in the middle, I would say. Top here, it's what is that, 2,500. Wait, and the bottom is -2,000. So yeah, it's kind of in the middle. Overall, what would I give this chart? If you look at all the indicators, it's got bearish and bearish tone to them. Here it's a bear. Here's a bear. 3 bears down here, and so I gave it 2 crabs and a bear. 2 crabs just means that it's gonna chop. And look at the summary here. Ethereum's likely to chop between 2,900 and 2,500. So 2,900 is this red line here. 2,500 would be this yellowish green line down here, where the what is it called, the area of confluence, and support it down here. So it's going to chop between this area, 2500 and 2900. It, because of the bearish tendency, it's more likely to start head towards the 2500 area. But because the bottom skin is remaining pretty small as it drops, it might slow down even more, but it'll head towards the 2500 area. Currently it's at 2755, so it's not that far away, but we'll see. That's what I think. Let's check out options max pain. We have, it's going to range between 28 and 29. So for the 6 options max pain is around 2900. The 7th is 2800. The 13th is 2800. The 20th is 2900. And let's take a look at the expiration dates. Volumes are contracts that have been executed already. We can see that in the next few periods here. The 13th has the a decent amount of volume with more put options. Put options are the options contracts where the options is available, so investors can sell. They have the option to sell, but not the obligation. They don't have to. So if price was to drop down further, they can sell at whatever the price that option was for. Let's say it dropped down to 2,500, and the option price was for puts at 3,000. They can sell at 3,000 and pocket the difference. And so these contracts have been executed already. But if you look over here at the open interest, there are contracts that have not been executed yet, and they're pending. And there's not a lot of amount of open interest available in the 26, even less than the the 6, even less than the 7, and less than the 13. So when you have higher open interest, then the max pain may head towards that, whatever the max pain price is. So in the next few periods, max pain is not going to be a factor. As far as total value locked, Ethereum is still number one. And if we look at the 1 day, 7 day, and 1 month change, all down on the total value locked. Negative 4.9, negative 5.57, negative 11.92. Total value locked is $108.3 billion. Market cap to TVL ratio, the lower the better. It's at roughly 3.1. So 3.1 is it's somewhat in the middle. If we look at the detail here, back in November the 12th, 2021, TVL was pretty much at the peak of $161 billion, and right now is $108 billion. So it's a decent drop, and this is normal for most coins, most top quality coins. But you had some other ones like Near or Luna that actually they didn't peak in the middle. They're near their peak on the far right here. This is the heat map for Ethereum. We have sell walls on top, buy walls on the bottom. If you don't know what this is, feel free to check out the description. There is a video that describes it. We have a major sell wall at around 3K here, and we got decent buy walls right below where the current price is. You see all that yellow band here? But a big buy wall is at 2,500, a medium-sized one at 2,300, a big one at 2,000. And you can see during since 2150, make it 2,200 hour, there are more aggressive market sell orders, and it's almost maxed out on this meter here. I forgot to cover the entry prices with you. These are the new entry prices, and these are not financial advice. These are just simply for edutainment, and I redid them because the FOMO level was hit up here at 2,900. So that's cool if you use that for your edutainment purposes. And now I reposition them here. So 2,500 would be the new FOMO level, if you will, if you want to call it FOMO. Let's just call it FOMO. So 10% of the budget at 2,500, 30% of the budget at 2,300, 40% for the sweet spot at 2,000, and 20% at 1,700. I did have a level at 1,500, but I removed it and moved it up to this area. To I'm not sure if 1,500 is a realistic one, so I moved it. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Let me save this. We did TVL already, heat map already, and this is the liquidations level from High Block Capital. This is only for Binance at 20x to 100x high leverage. Don't do those levels kind of deal. So what do we have here? We have negative $274 million in delta. And what that means is, and negative just means shorts. We have more excess shorts. So we have these high leverage short levels up here. Take the money in those minus the money in the, or the open interest in the long levels down here. These are high leverage long levels. So you take the money here minus the money here, and then you get the difference, which is this one. And at this level for Ethereum, you know, it's only $273 million, so it's not a big deal for someone to take a counter position going long high leverage and then influence the spot market to move up so that they can win on their long positions over in the perpetual futures market here. It's not big enough to make it worth it. Right now, it's mostly macro. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, if you looked at my Bitcoin analysis from today, and that number was up, what is it, $8 billion on high leverage, and they were going short. So that could happen on Bitcoin, especially when it approached around $10 to $12 billion short. So yeah, it's more macro factors right now than anything else. And that's it. My last video for today. I think it's my fourth one. All right, I hope you found it useful and helpful. Feel free to help me spread the goodness and smash the like, ring my bell if you haven't to get notifications, and hit subscribe if you haven't. And please share your thoughts and comments and questions in the comment section. I appreciate your time. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.